this is Queen Sugar. So today I'm going to do a quick channel message from the Divine Masculine. They wanted to do this the other night, but I was really tired, and I just kind of shared with the universe and the Divine Masculine if we could do this another time, and they kind of moved me now to do it, so I'm going to do it now. So I'm going to use 4 different decks. One of the decks will be my decks that I've created, and just a little insight about what they want to say to the Divine Feminine at this time. I'm just going to kind of shuffle them a little bit more on camera before I go into the reading. The energy that I'm getting is that I'm getting a little anxiety from the Divine Masculine. I know the Divine Feminine has that anxiety within like the past few readings, but I'm kind of getting a little anxiety from the Divine Masculine. So let's see if that comes out. It may not, but we'll see. Divine Masculine, what do you want to say to your Divine Feminine at this time? Divine Masculine, what would you like to say to your Divine Feminine at this time? So we have awareness, the Magician. We have the base, which is the root chakra. So it seems like the Divine Masculine, this is the Strength card, is they're stepping. So how I mentioned, like I feel like that anxiety, fear vibe. It seems like they are pushing themselves to get out of that energy. It seems that the Divine Masculine, they are seeing the connection for what it is. They're slowly getting into it, and some of them are still afraid. Some of them are still worrying about, you know, the Divine Feminine, and if the Divine Feminine would reach out, or not reach out, but like respond to them if they were to reach out to them. So this kind of goes into like how I said earlier, I was feeling that anxiety, fear energy. So like some of them are still worrying, like they're still, you know, nervous about things, but they're trying to push themselves out of it. With the base chakra here, they are starting at the core. So this is the first chakra of your chakra system. And usually if your root chakra is not in place, is not balanced, then everything else kind of just starts to get over the place, because this is your foundation. So it seems like the Divine Masculine is starting at the core. They're going to the root, and they're trying to embody what it means to be stable, what it means to be, you know, strong at like a mountain. And they're trying to get out of that. They're not allowing that fear and anxiety to really stop them from noticing that, if that makes sense. So like when you are afraid of something, you shy away from like the acknowledgement or the healing part. And when you are no longer, see, here's that fear card. So they're trying to get away from this fear and this worry. And that is why I was saying that I was feeling that energy with the Divine Masculine. So even though, you know, they're trying to be courageous and strong, they still have that fear and worry. And they're really trying to like move forward and get out of that. And it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take time for them to get out of that, especially if the Divine Feminine is an anxiety and worry feeling, then the masculine is going to be the exact same way. So we mirror each other. So if the Divine Feminine steps out of that fear and worry, then that helps the Divine Masculine step out of that fear and worry. What else? Divine Masculine. We have acceptance. So like I said, they're starting to see the connection for what it is. They're starting to see things. They're starting to accept the Divine Feminine for who the Divine Feminine is. They may have not done that in the past. They may have been afraid to do so because they were afraid. You know, the bottom of the deck, the self-esteem. Their self-esteem might have been not have been at the best place. And maybe the divine feminine self-esteem may have not been at the best place. And you mirror that to your divine counterpart. So if you feel low confident, your counterpart either is going to feel the exact same way, or they're not going to see you as worthy. And with this coming out, it's just like, now that the divine feminine is starting to step into their, empress and a high priestess energy, they know their worth now. They're seeing their worth. And the divine masculine is seeing that as well. They're realizing, wait a minute, this divine feminine is not the one that I used to know that was kind of, self-conscious or not accepting of her beauty or her intelligence. She or he, however you identify yourself as a divine feminine, is definitely embodying that empress energy. And that's changing that divine masculine's mind. They look at you differently now. They see you in a different light than they did once before. That's what they're saying. And I'm channeling a message that they are proud of you for seeing yourself as worthy now and not waiting on them to tell you that you are worthy. Beautiful power. That is beautiful power. They see your power and you're rising into your power. And because you are doing that, that is allowing your divine masculine to do the same. That is allowing your divine masculine to channel that energy as well. That's beautiful. It's just basically the fact that we have two power cards here is definitely showing that you two are balancing each other's energies in some way. And with this yellow here, I'm getting the solar plexus chakra, and that chakra talks about your confidence, feeling the desire of feeling that you are confident. That's really huge. Okay, let's get into a couple of love notes from them. What else do you want to say, divine masculine? We have two cards. We have, I want to connect with you mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. We have, falling in love with you is the greatest thing that I could have ever done. So that's really going into like that magician energy. Like in the acceptance card, they are realizing that it is okay to love the divine feminine. It is okay to see the divine feminine in this beautiful light, because the divine feminine is magical. We are amazing divine creatures, At the bottom of the deck, we have love begins. That's beautiful. What else do you want to say, divine masculine, to your divine feminine at this time? I keep hearing the divine masculine say that I am proud of you. So divine feminine, if you are putting in the work, you are doing a great job, and that's allowing that new beginning, that fresh beginning with your divine masculine to potentially happen soon. Continue to take that leap of faith. Continue to, no longer be afraid. Be courageous. Be willing to do the things that you were once afraid to do, because you are stepping into your power. You are, being bold. You're not waiting to take a leap of faith anymore in your own life. You are just taking that risk, and that is beautiful, because that allows the divine masculine to do the same. Because before they were once, they're still sitting in the fear and anxiety. But if you take that leap of faith and you are courageous and they see your power, they're going to do the same thing as well towards you. What else do you want to say, divine masculine? We have disruption. So this is the Tower. They are breaking down that fear and that anxiety. So a karmic cycle could be anxiety and fear. They're breaking that cycle. They no longer want to be afraid. They don't want to not have you in their life, or not, move forward with you. And if they continue to sit in fear, they miss out on the opportunity of being with their divine feminine. One more card, divine masculine. Okay, they gave us 3 cards. So we have sacrifice, and then we have deception and envy, and then we have solitude. So the divine masculine is saying that they see things in a new perspective. This is the hangman, or we can say the hangwoman in this deck. They see things differently now. they are ready to take off that mask and stop deceiving you and themselves about how they truly feel about you, Divine Feminine. They have meditated, they have reflected on the past and have just kind of distanced themselves, whether that be from you and just other people, and just realize that if they want this storybook life, if they want the things that they have thought about manifesting, they have to look at things in a different perspective. They have to take their mask off. They can't be afraid to do that anymore. And so the Divine Masculine is saying to the Divine Feminine that yes, at times I still worry and I still fear, but I'm learning to now trust what is happening between us. I'm learning that if I trust, if I'm patient, if I'm strong, success will happen within this connection, within this relationship. I have to obviously, accept any wrongdoing that I have done coming from the Divine Masculine in order to allow that success to happen. And by doing that, that brings peace to this connection, that brings peace to us, that allows that love to come in and release that negative energy. And then, this is just highlighting the fact that the journey is a challenge at times. But once you overcome it, you see the beauty and the success of it. And so the Divine Masculine is seeing that now. And they're accepting it. And Return to Spirit. When I think of this card, I just think about coming back together. This is about coming back together. This is about allowing the divine to step in and to bring you all together. And that is beautiful. And then we're going to get a couple more love notes from this reading. So I feel like the Divine Masculine is like right now, okay, don't tell her everything. Don't tell the Divine Feminine everything. So we have, I'm so lost right now, and how can I fix things between us? So they want to say that even though they're seeing the light, they still don't know what exactly to do to come forward, to let go of this fear and this worry. And because they feel lost, they need their Divine Feminine to guide them. So in one of the readings, I think it was the Love Journey Update reading, possibly for August, and you can check out the July one as well, that talks about the Divine Feminine needing to heal and needing to forgive, but also stepping out of their anxiety and their fear. And if you haven't checked out those readings, check those out, because a lot of gems are in those readings, because I do the perspective from the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. And you want to make sure that if you truly want union with your divine counterpart, you can't just focus on their portion of the journey. It's about you as well. So if you just only watch channel messages from the Divine Masculine, make sure you watch messages that help the Divine Feminine and give you advice, because you play a role in this journey as well. There's two parts to these. There's two people in this journey. And if they feel lost, they need you to guide them. And you can only guide them by doing your work to help you as a Divine Feminine. So continue to be in your High Priestess Empress energy and guide them. And that could be by, meditating. That could be by balancing your chakra systems, or just sending them messages telepathically, telling them to come in and let them know that you love them and that you have forgiven them, and make sure that you have forgiven others in your life as well. And don't be afraid of this not coming together just because you don't see it in the physical reality, because a lot of things are happening that we don't see. There has been many times where Spirit has told me, like, hey, your twin flame, they're going to be doing this very soon, so get ready. And they have prepared me for that. And then when it happens, I'm like, oh my gosh, they told me this like a week before it happened. And they're saying, if you just trust and believe in this journey, but also in what Spirit tells you, about the healing, about the forgiveness, about self-confidence, that is going to help them come in, and we mirror each other. So if you're afraid of something, they're afraid of something. If you think they won't come in, they're going to feel like, oh, I don't think my Divine Feminine wants me to ever contact them again or reach out to them. So it's kind of like you will mirror each other. So I think it's important that the Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine continue their healing. The Divine Masculine, he says, or the Divine Masculine wants to say he has one more thing to say. So I'm going to allow him to speak. He said the divine masculine is saying sacral chakra and partnerships and alliances. So they're saying this is perfect. This is a beautiful way to close out this reading. The divine masculine is saying to the divine feminine, I need you to know that this is a team effort. We heal each other. So as you heal, I heal. As I heal, you heal. And this talks about desire. They desire to be with the divine feminine. They desire to heal. They desire to be in balance, in alignment with their divine feminine. And they're saying this is a team effort. I can't do this on my own. Neither can you. So you have to make sure that you are doing the work that you need to do to heal yourself, divine feminine, as I do the work that I need to do as I heal myself, divine feminine. That's what the divine masculine is saying right now. That's what they're saying. And they're telling you that they are proud of you for what you have accomplished, what you're, allowing to release, purge, all of that. They are telling you that I'm channeling the message. They're saying, if you have to cry, cry, because that is helping me release as well. So this was just like a really quick channel message from the divine masculine. I think this is just perfect. It really matches a lot of the themes that we have been receiving in other readings that I've done, and I'm sure other readers on YouTube have channeled maybe similar messages or have similar messages about the divine journey overall. But yeah, continue to heal, continue to stay in your high priestess, empress energy, and just allow yourself to live your life and not just dwell or wait or sit in fear or worry about the connection, because it is destined to happen. It will happen as you continue to heal and grow. So I hope you all enjoyed this reading. I will probably do some more readings today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace, love, and light.